Imagine you are sitting down in your office trying to finish the works that your boss assigned you to, when suddenly your male coworker came to have a meaningless chat with you. You try your best to refuse his offer, but then he started touching your shoulders, keep pestering you to have a chat with him. What will you do in this situation? What will you feel in this situation? Shock, creep out? Sadly, this is the reality for some female office workers with their male co-workers. Assalamualaikum and good day to Miss Izdiha and the viewers. My name is Haiba Hakimah binti Azli and welcome to my vlog speech. In this vlog, I will be explaining to you guys about my SDG, which stands for Sustainable Development Goals. My SDG is number 5, which is about gender equality. I myself as a woman have been impacted by gender inequality, and I am pretty sure other women in this world have also been impacted by this issue. As we all know, issues regarding to genders are still not really talked in Malaysia, since it can be quite controversial and still considered taboo. However, we are already living in the 21st century. This issue must not stay hidden and must be solved using efficient ways that can positively impact both genders. I was intrigued to choose this topic because there has been a lot of protests all around the world about this topic. I think this topic should be discussed more in Malaysia because some Malaysians still have the mindset that men are better than women in a lot of aspects, like at the workplace. As we all can see in Malaysia, gender equality could be something new for some citizens, but it's still a necessity for all regarding the genders so that it will lead to a peaceful life. I would like to express my opinions on social issues regarding gender equality by explaining the examples of gender inequality at the workplace and how UN contributes to solve the issue of gender inequality by being equal to every genders. Now, let's proceed to the first point. So, for my first point is explain to you guys about the Sustainable Development Goals of Gender Equality. Gender Equality's SDG is to achieve gender equality and to empower all women and girls. In order to being a fundamental human right, gender equality is also a precondition for a world that is stable, affluent, and sustainable. In addition, gender equality is very important for both genders, but especially women. The first importance of gender equality is it can save lives. In many places, women and girls suffer grave dangers due to a lack of resources and empowerment. Next, the second importance is it can lead to improved healthcare. According to research, women receive inferior medical treatment compared to men. This is due to a lot of factors, including income inequality and a lack of education. There is an issue under this SDG that worth mentioning, which is gender inequality at the workplace. I am going to tell you guys the definition of gender inequality first. Gender inequality is a discrimination based on sex or gender, causing one sex or gender to be routinely privileged or prioritized over another. Some example of this issue is unequal pay. Men and women still do not receive equal pay. There are many factors to consider, including discrimination and unequal access to education that prevents women from choosing higher paying professions. Second example is bias against mothers. Even when their resumes are exactly the same as those who are male applicants or women who are not mothers, hiring managers will less likely to call back mothers or women in their childbearing age. This illustrates the gender biases present in the work/family narrative, which sees women only as mothers and caregivers. Now I have finished explaining to you guys the first point. Let's hear about the second point. The second point, which is United Nations effort in promoting gender equality. I am going to tell you guys the background of UN first. UN, which stands for United Nations, is an intergovernmental body whose declared goals are to uphold world peace and security, foster goodwill among nations, promote global collaboration, and serve as a hub for harmonizing national policies. It is the biggest and the best known international organization in the world. This organization is related to this SDG because UN has a different organization specifically just for women. the UN organization devoted to promote gender parity and women's empowerment is called UN Women. Women frequently face compensation inequalities and a lack of access to appropriate employment due to entrenched gender inequality. Women and girls also lack access to healthcare and education, are underrepresented in economic and political decision making, and are the victim of the violence and prejudice all over the world. This SDG has been contributing to women's leadership and representation. An issue that has been solved by the SDG is that women are getting more training sessions by professional coaches. Give women the training sessions they require to acquire abilities and a frame of mind necessary to succeed, particularly in leadership positions. In my opinion, UN could strategize more effective ways to reduce gender inequality, but I guess it takes time to change the world, right? Finally, I have finished explaining both of my points. I hope the viewers can understand them clearly. Now we have come to the end of my vlog speech. Here comes the conclusion. In conclusion, I have enlightened the viewers on the social issue regarding to gender inequality by explaining to you guys the examples of gender inequality at the workplace and ways and how UN contributes to solve the issue by being equal to every gender. To sum up everything, we also have realized that gender inequality can happen at the workplace, and it can play such a huge role in unequal pay and bias against mothers. I hope you guys can share all the input that you all have learned today to your family members and close friends. And by that, I end my vlog speech with thank you for watching. Bye.